There are 80 episodes in this podcast. That's one. Yes!
Welcome to the 2 Minute Terminator.
Hi, I'm Ethan McKinley. This is the 2 Minute Terminator, where we bring you and dismantle the Terminator franchise 2 minutes at a time. It's episode 50. No, it's episode... Oh, shit, what episode is it? I fucked up my flow.
It's episode minutes 56.
It's episode 29, and we're going from minutes 56 to 58. Hit the fucking music.
And I'm Ellie Fitzgerald.
Oh, shut up. It's my show.
Watch out for machines, they're unstoppable. Watch out for machines, they will rule the world.
And we're back, Ellie.
We are.
Sarah Connor attempts to escape from the mental institution.
Sorry,
I'm so excited that I'm actually doing a high energy podcast. I'm like, oh wow, can't every episode be like this?
He's drunk 3 cans of Coke, that's why.
Have another bump. You're in good spirits, Ellie. What's happened to you today?
I went back to work today, so that shouldn't give a reason as to why I'm in good spirits.
Oh,
I'm always in good spirits.
And I took Mike's 3 and 4 in for servicing because now they're broken for some weird reason.
But sure are going to fix them for you, aren't they?
Probably not for free, though.
Oh.
They kind of did me a favour because they only had one receipt for 4 mics, which was nice of them. So
You're touching yourself again, Ethan.
I did my hand on my neck thing, which I usually did if I'm in a club. Wink, wink.
Nudge, nudge.
And drinking water off the floor of the club, which is apparently bad for you.
Yeah, it's not good for you. Okay, so bookmarks. Hit us with it.
Bookmark. That's the bookmark theme.
That's the bookmark theme.
Yeah, if you've not listened to the show before, you probably should listen to the previous shows. They're not as high energy as this, but... oh, shit, you know what? Forget the bookmarks. We need to do the mailbag because we had some...
No, bookmarks first.
Okay. Oh, I know what you mean. I was trying to... I was just doing what bookmarks meant. Sarah hits hospital worker. Basically, she throws some keys at a guy. And we've got his name coming up shortly.
Put the cheese down.
Not the keys, the cheese. And basically, it ends with a needle at Dr. Silverman's neck.
Yeah. Fuck, I'd love to do that.
Ellie's going to get the mailbag out because we got some
indeed.
mailbag.
I'm so
as
excited.
we rudely never reply to mail on London. Having said that, I still need to write under it, Ethan was right.
Ethan's always right.
Ethan was right. Oh, by the way, a little film I'm a part of called The 2 Minute Terminator. The Arthur and Merlin, The Legend Begins is also about. Right, hit us with the mailbag.
Right. So, we got one on the 8th of September.
Yeah, we covered that.
Oh, no, we did do that one.
Keep going.
Okay, so yesterday. Right. Spaldner. Okay, guys. So, no. Hey guys. Welcome back. Okay, so I have a couple of things. The first is something I've always wondered about the T1000, and it sort of plays into the brackets Ellie learning how floors work part of the conversation. When the T1000 makes his finger into a long pike, does he mean spike?
Yeah.
Spike!
It's Spike with a silent
S. Like when he pokes Don in the eye, does another part of his shape deplete?
Well, yes, I suppose. In some...
Which part?
I don't know. Well, I was going to say, because the finger comes out, it probably is negligible, really. I mean, if he... the sword arms, I would say, is more of a thing you could point out.
The golf clubs.
The Ned Flanders golf club arms. That you can
we have to get that clip.
Wait, come back.
Okay, so there is only so much of him. So if he makes a finger 3 times longer than usual, is he equally losing another part of his body? And no, Ellie, he's not getting a shorter dick for longer fingers. We've already determined that he's a Ken doll. Don't try and act like... Oh, I just spat. Don't try and act that that's not instantly where your mind went. It's exactly where my mind went. Literally did. When he's like, with the rest of him depleting, I'm thinking, penis. Pick up a penis. Don't try and act like la 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 la. It's kind of like the way he was able to flatten himself out and then form back up. There's a constant give and take because he's not an infinite pool of metal. That's quite poetic, actually. An infinite pool of metal.
Yes.
I can see it now. Also, to go back to the bit where the T1000 shows up at the hospital and the guard just waves him in, Cops come and go from the psychiatric hospitals all of the time.
I'd suggest that Ethan wins. Thanks, Spaldner.
Sometimes when
My
people
secret
in
friend.
the back seat, sometimes not, they can and do bring people in their cars and don't always have special transport vehicles. They will also go to the hospitals alone, if only to gather statements regarding a case or the file to pick up paperwork. So it isn't all that out of the ordinary for the gate guard to not stop the cop and be lazy and complacent and just wave them through. Okay, that's all for now. Keep up the great work. Woo!
I agree, James. Thank you. Once again, we're in lockstep, and Ethan wins.
Okay, so do you want to read the next one?
Oh no, go on.
Okay.
I didn't know there was another one.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been busy working.
So I watched the moment.
What was that frown for? You went. I worked last night. I worked.
Oh, I thought you meant you're working now. You're bringing up the facts.
No. I worked at a Mac event, and AKA Twigs performed.
She's shit.
I thought that the music was just
really
there was
bad.
nothing really to it. She wasn't really singing. It was just really ambient and weird,
Yeah.
and it didn't really require a live performance. It really didn't.
Was it live though?
It just made me bemoan the fact that.
Was it like GBH for the ears?
Huh?
Was it like GBH for the ears?
No, it was like K for the ears, but like the way I think of K, and not the way you think, because you think it's great. It was just awful. It really
that's
wasn't.
because
There was
you've taken
nothing
it
to it.
irresponsibly.
And everyone, I was going, "Do you like the music?" They were like, "It's all right." All the people that was coming to the bar.
So did you steal lots of makeup?
Nancy, why did I let Nancy get away?
Do a shout out.
To who? There was a girl called Nancy at this event last night who
She
was
might.
amazing.
Did you tell her about your podcast?
No, but this is why we need cards printed up, because it's, here's my card. Here's my penis.
So I watched the moment she's beating Dougie, and that's not mace or pepper spray. If you watch the face licking scene, you'll see that Dougie doesn't have anything else on his belt besides the keys and the Shatner baton holder.
Maybe that's in his bum.
Anus. It's in his asshole.
Maybe it fell out of his ass.
Excuse me, sir. And that's where and mace or pepper spray would be hanging. I'm fairly certain that Sarah breaks the handle again while beating
So is
him.
he saying it's pepper spray?
No, he's saying it's the end of the handle.
In the handle of what?
Of the broom.
What if? I didn't think of this at the time. Maybe it's his torch. No.
Didn't look like a torch.
The handle of the broom. It doesn't look like
But
a handle
also
of the
he
broom.
says.
though.
But also he said he makes a good point in that you don't see anything else hanging off his belt, which is where it would be.
He really studies this,
I
doesn't he?
know, Spaldner, you're fucking awesome, dude. You should
Maybe
be doing
you
this
should do the
podcast.
show. Can we get out of this shit, please?
Put your gut away. And that's
Not you, Spaldner. She's talking to me.
I'm fairly certain that Sarah breaks the handle again while beating him. Nice. And the broken off piece from the beating is the Dougie dildo. If you look closely, you can see that it's rounded at one end.
I just want to say these mics are so sensitive. Our little giggles then went into the red zone on the equalizer. Brilliant job, sure.
And it's the very top end of the mop handle. Good eyes. And I have to agree with you, Ethan, that Jaws 2 is awesome. You win
I'm
again.
going to come to Nebraska and go bowling with you, even though you live.
The bullets Chief Brody used to make the poison bullets weren't drilled, though. You lost that one.
Well, they were hollow tips, right?
They're hollow points. Hollow points are specially made bullets. Oh, his gun knowledge is
So it
outstanding.
explodes on the exit wound.
Made
is
bullets
massive,
with
right?
open ends so that the bullet opens or mushrooms on impact and creates a lot more damage going through than a standard full metal jacket round. Fuck me, this guy's.
Gun smart.
Oh,
Gun
yeah.
savvy.
Standard bullets enter and then mushroom out. Mushrooms. That's why the entry hole is small. That's what she said. While the exit hole is
I
much
knew you'd pick up on
larger
that.
in most cases, like one of Ethan's exes, and that it's the bullet in
Which one?
the famous one.
She's not famous yet, but she will be.
She will be.
Bastard Executioner. See it on Fox this week. Premiere.
That's why the
am I
entry hole
plugging
is
this shit?
small, while the exit hole is much larger in most cases. But that's if the bullet impacts something solid enough to cause the mushrooming effect. I think he should make a promotional video and post it on the page.
No, because I swear to
Him
God, I've
shooting
seen like
Mexicans.
movies or TV shows where they drill their own thing, but I imagine that's probably like a dangerous thing to do. To a bullet.
Spaldner's like Mr. Gunn.
I know he is. I agree with him.
With him.
Jaws 2 is awesome. Have you ever seen Jaws 2, Ellie?
Yes, I have. As far as the wax is concerned, I've never seen it done,
I've got a question for Spaldner.
but I don't know why it wouldn't work. Question.
Jaws 2 Spallner, the helicopter pilot, for years and years as a little kid, because John Williams had a weird kind of Amish beard all through his career, for the most part, I always thought the helicopter pilot was a cameo by John Williams, but it's not. I thought it was like a nod to him.
And there's a nod for you, Ethan.
It's one of the only few sequels he's done as well. He did, obviously, Jaws 2 after doing Jaws 1. I think he did Jurassic World.
Who did Jaws 3 then?
Not Jurassic World, sorry. What's the second Jurassic Park? The Lost World. He did that as well.
I don't think I've seen that.
It's not that great.
Nah.
I think it was the downward slide for Spielberg. I really want Spielberg to get back into doing action-adventure films. I know he's not in that part of his life anymore, but, like, come on. Can't
Spielberg.
Untouchable. Back in the day.
Soft bullets that can be fired from guns, but are filled with paint and burst when hit. As long as Chiefy kept any wax from the outer edge of the bullet, it should fire fine.
Oh, okay.
That was all about guns.
So the idea being, when you shot into the water, the bullets would... I don't know, if a bullet hit a fish in water, would it explode and make a mess? Or would you'd shoot into the water, the wax would come off, and that, I guess, cyanide, if it's meant to be that, would kind of be in the water around the area, and the fish would just all cark it then.
Would it not depend on how fast the bullet was travelling?
I imagine is there a terminal velocity for bullets, or does it depend on the caliber and the rounds? This has just become the gun show.
Gunny.
Do a podcast called Gun-Savy Spaldner. He'd be amazing.
He really would. I think that'd be amazing. He's got such fucking crazy ass knowledge on this shit. I still think he should send a promotional video of him just shooting something.
Well, he sent us his address, so have you got his T-shirt yet, Ellie?
No.
Why is this?
Well, they're still waiting for the T-shirts to be delivered. I've chased it twice now.
All right. Can't we just get T-shirts and give them to them and just pay the regular price of having a fucking pay for a T-shirt plus the printing?
I guess we could, but I guess we could go to like Primark or somewhere. What's the material like there?
I don't know. That's the main issue with like whenever you get stuff printed, it's that shitty Fruit of the Loom material. So in America, I guess that's fine.
The ones I got, they weren't Fruit of the Loom.
An undemanding T-shirt owner would be happy with that. But like if you're a fashion ponce like me, you want really thin material. It's comfy, isn't it?
It is.
Drapes off the body, you know.
Do you have any facts?
I do.
Because I need to ever so quickly run downstairs.
Oh.
So if I can fact attack.
You mean you won't be present? What about Juju?
I listened to it though.
Okay. Here's
Ready?
your first fact.
Fact attack.
Sarah throws a set of keys to the hospital worker. Okay. Oh shit, I'm on my own. What do I do? Joel Kramer, basically, is the actor's name. He's not an actor. He's a stuntman. If you go to his IMDb, we are linked, obviously, below the episode page. And there's a lovely, which is weird for a person on IMDb. They've got a pencil line drawing depicting their visage, which is clearly taken off the photo, which is next to it. So, Joel Kramer, basically, is a stuntman and stunt assistant director and actor. The last thing he did was The Conjuring 2, so he's still working, 2016. Anyone seen The Conjuring? I thought it was alright, wasn't that great? Terminator Genesis, supervising stunt coordinator. So basically, he's worked his way up the ranks. That's amazing. True Blood, RoboCop, he was a supervising stunt coordinator in 2014, so that's obviously the remake. He did The Conjuring 1, The Mentalist, he did a bunch of those episodes.
Did he?
We don't need you back anymore. I'm a bit nervous, and I got into the swing of it. The Green Hornet, the much-fated shitty movie that they tried to make a farce out of, which worked for Starsky and Hutch, but didn't work for The Green Hornet. But it did star Christoph Waltz in one of his first roles.
I thought it was alright. I thought the car in it was pretty cool.
He's done Sarah Connor, the Sarah Connor Chronicles, the TV show. Has anyone actually seen that out there?
No.
I just can't. Don't think I fancy
She's the weakest part.
I know Shirley Manson from Garbage is in it as a Terminator, weirdly, in some weird cameo.
Yeah, I can't see that happening.
Ballistics, X versus Sever, the Antonio Banderas and other person. Who's the other person? That Lucy Liu. Yeah, I never fancied that. Looked terrible. That was in the dawn of DVD. The first DVD I bought was Mad Max 2 and The Thing, which is an amazing DVD. It's got this documentary, The Thing, Terror Takes Shape. And I've shown you bits of it that shows Albert Whitlock and how matte paintings work when they're in the middle of that white sheet in the middle of a field, and then he drew in the Arctic that giant crater where the UFO was around them. 3,000 Miles to Graceland, have you ever seen that?
Nope.
He worked on that. Not Albert Whitlock, of course, this dude.
I think the first DVD I ever bought was a Marilyn Manson and the Spooky Kids live gig DVD. That upset my dad. On the front cover, it was all Jesus on a cross and fucking
Cliffhanger.
all kinds of
Red Heat.
anti-Christian
Ninja 3.
stuff.
Was that a Michael Dudikoff film? Oh, no, it's not.
Michael who?
Michael Dudikoff. In the 80s action heroes, you had like Van Damme, you had Schwartzy.
How bad does he look in those Coors Lights?
Really bad.
Really bad.
You probably don't
It's
get
just
them in like
dude,
around the
come
world, but
on.
in England, Van Damme does the Coors Lights commercials, and he looks really terrible. They've given him the outfit of his Hard Target character,
With
and he's
the
got
worst
the
mullet.
but it's like a really bad wig.
It's so bad.
And I'm not sure if that's intended or it's meant to look ironic, but he doesn't look good, does
No,
he?
he does not. It's not a good look.
Did you like him when he was younger?
Not really.
No, you didn't
I've
think he
never
was
been a
hot.
fan. No.
No.
But
You've not really seen his films, though. Kickbox is amazing.
is that the scene that you showed me the other day?
Yeah, with that awesome...
Someone else posted that today,
music.
but with some really shit, like, sub-soul
The
house
dance
tune.
scene.
It's incredible. It is amazing. And I love the fact that he's wearing, like, a muscle shirt with those kind of, like, almost suit trousers. And then these fucking shiny leather shoes. Just the whole ensemble's just so, like, mismatched. It's like, dude, what the fuck? It's like he just, like, got pushed through a fucking thrift store.
Ooh, Lucinda Dickey's in there.
Thrift store, use the
Ninja
American
3.
term.
Thrift store. No, it's... he did some good movies. Bloodsport was great. But there was him. In terms of, like, box office, I think Stallone was really the king.
No, Arnold Schwarzenegger was the
No.
king.
I
Really?
think pound for pound, Stallone had a longer career and still does, and has more content. He had the Rambo franchise.
Okay, who looks better now?
I'm gonna go with
I think
Stallone.
Arnold. Stallone's face looks like he's had a blowtorch held on it for too long. It's
Well, the
some
reason
kind of
for
like
that is it's this hormone replacement therapy that all the people are doing now in Hollywood. That's why if anyone notices Brad Pitt's got that kind of like square head, which you pointed out, and Tom Cruise, who in 2008 when he did kind of like Valkyrie and stuff for Bryan Singer, he was quite chiseled looking still, and still kind of had his youthful, still looks a bit young face that he's always had. And since 2011, after Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, around 2012 when he did Rock of Ages, he started to develop this like square hamster face, Chorley cheek thing.
as well as barrel body.
Which he had really bad. Yeah, exactly. That he had really bad in
So
the new
bad.
Mission Impossible film. He's got now a square head. And it's hormone replacement. And I think Stallone, who had some really bad surgery in the late 90s. So when he did Get Carter, the remake of Get Carter, he had this like really pulled about weird face, which the surgery didn't relax for a long time, a bit like Mickey Rourke. But now I think
Oh god.
now that surgery's relaxed. and
See,
he's on-
Mickey Rourke's hot.
No.
Not now, but when he was younger.
Really?
Yeah.
He's kind of nondescript looking.
He's just a brute. You just know that man would fucking tear your ass up.
Do you think he'd really though?
Yeah. Mate, he'd fucking own you.
Do you think?
Yes.
I think Mickey Rourke's always been in love with the idea of being a tough guy, and I think he had a dream, obviously, of being a boxer.
You don't have to be a tough guy to be a fucking sadist in the bedroom, though, dude.
But you don't know if he's a sadist in the bedroom.
No, but I just get that impression.
I'm sure if you looked up any his girlfriend at the time, who's his kind of like version of Sophie, the one that kind of messed him up. Carrie Otis, the model who he did Wild Awkward with, which is kind of a loose sequel, but like another sexy thriller with Mickey Rourke and Carrie Otis, his girlfriend at the time, a bit like Sharon Stone and Michael Douglas, although they didn't date. It's like a sister film. Arnold.
I don't know what I'm
It's like a sister film to 9.5 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. But I don't know, maybe you should look up some interviews with her, because apparently they did a really tumultuous, tempestuous relationship. That's the best one.
The best.
Are.
I was gonna say the best ones always fucking are.
Why is that though? Why do people like not get on but still really into each other? You could use someone, not
It's-
her,
it's-
but I could name another person whose name begins with S who I was like that
Yeah.
with.
I've never had sex with someone I hated, but I always know that. Why are you laughing?
It's just the way you just said that in the middle of a show. It's just like a really odd avenue to go down.
I always choose the odd avenue.
But what Carrie Otis is Mickey Rourke's kind of like Waterloo.
Have you
if
ever seen
will.
Spun?
No, with Heath Ledger.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Isn't it about heroin?
Yeah, but it's not got Heath Ledger in
I
it.
swear to God, Heath Ledger's in that. You don't have to
Right.
prove it. I believe you.
No, I
Who's
do,
in
because
it?
for once I'm actually going to be right. Cast
Just put in Spun.
of Spun.
Spun.
Spaldner. I'm keeping it relevant.
I know Mickey Rourke. Is it Mickey Rourke?
Mickey
is a
Rourke's in it.
transgender
Brittany.
person in it?
No, Mickey Rourke is the chef. He's the cook. Oh no, it's crystal meth. It's not about heroin. It's got Brittany Murphy in it. She is so fucking trashy hot in that movie.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And she's the cook's like ass. It's a really good movie. It's really fucked up. There's a cameo of Debbie Harry in it, and she's a butch lesbian. She wears all leathers. She's really cool. She's cool. But yeah, Mickey Rourke in that. You know, he's a meth cook, but again, he's just a bit of a brute. You kind of wax her around a bit. I kind of like that. Obviously, all consenting adults.
Of course.
Non-consenting. Yeah, so have we actually got... You were doing some facts.
Well, Stallone, as I said, was the bigger box office because he had like 2 franchises. He had Rocky and Rambo, and he came out with a film pretty much every year that was kind of a box office hit, whereas Schwarzenegger's career didn't really kick in until he did the Terminator, and then he did that great run of films like Commando, and then Predator, and then Red Heat, and to a lesser degree, I guess, you know, Running Man and stuff. But those 2 are the kings. But then coming up the rear, as I said before... you had Van Damme. Now, to a lesser extent, the Holy Trinity there, you had 2 other action stars. One was Chuck Norris, and the other one was Michael Dudikoff. And Michael Dudikoff did the kind of like the American Ninja movies. Okay.
I've never been into Chuck Norris. I do love the Chuck Norris jokes and theme.
He actually
memes.
looks all right, I think, for 61.
Whoa, his eyes are too close together.
His eyes are like mine.
He looks a
They're
bit
too
like
close together.
Ben Newton with short hair.
He's still
down in my heart.
Navy Seals versus Zombies is his most recent film, so he's still working in like awful films. But like, yeah,
bitch, you better work.
He's a bit like a young Tom Berenger back in the day.
Oh no.
Anyway,
see, out of the 2, I prefer Frank Stallone. He's the cheesiest motherfucker. I think he's great.
Are you still doing a repeat, by the way? Because mine stopped repeating. Let's get down to brass tacks now. Let's talk about this clip.
It's 2 minutes.
So Joel Kramer's the stuntman. Now, the liquid router that Sarah is going to inject in Dr. Silverman's neck.
It's poison.
It is poison, but it doesn't exist, the product. They made it up especially for the film because no chemical company wanted to be associated with a death in a film in Terminator 2. They went to various like companies for sponsorship or just to show the product. And everyone was like, no, we're not going to like show... Which I suppose is kind of like sensible.
I can understand that, but it seems a bit
because loads of dickheads out there would go like, oh, I know what I can do.
I'm going to inject this shit.
I'm going to kill my wife by injecting her in the neck.
Why would there be poison in that... Is that the reception that they're in?
I just want to see if that... when he shoots the guard in the leg after saying, I swear I will not kill anyone. I want to see
you shot me!
Does the blood splatter against the wall? Look at the blood against the wall.
Let's turn it up so everyone can hear.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it does.
You
son of a bitch! You shot me!
Now, in this movie universe, if you told the Terminator you swear you won't kill anyone, would the CPU inside him take that as read not to harm anyone at all? Therefore, I always had an issue with that, shooting him in the leg.
No. The key word is kill. He didn't say don't shoot anyone, don't harm anyone. He said you can't kill anyone.
Okay.
And he would know that a shot to the leg would not be a lethal
But as it's an infiltration unit, it's almost like the Terminators are predisposed to violence regardless.
I know.
So by John dialing him back, luckily 3 minutes before coming up to the hospital.
Wheel. Sorry.
By John dialing him back 2 minutes before pulling up to that thing, had he not said that, he would have just killed the guard?
I guess so, yeah. Well, yeah, because he was going to shoot that G'd up from the feet up dude in the face in the parking lot.
Yeah, I understand that. But, like, do you think... I don't know. It's some weird part of me thinks that doesn't quite make sense. That he wouldn't harm anyone then. You'd have to re-go, hang on, right.
No, I disagree.
You can still harm people, but just don't kill them.
Yeah. Well, it's just disabling them, isn't it? Momentarily.
Liquid router. Wonder what liquid router actually is.
It's probably just like, oh, whistly nose. That'll catch up nicely on the lovely new mics.
The mics. I always thought liquid router was something they used in the hospital when I was a kid when I first saw this.
Why would they have poison in there?
It just roots you to the spot. So they're just willy-nilly injecting people with liquid router in the hospital.
Willy-nilly.
She's walking too fast, get her. And they just shoot you in the ass with a liquid router.
You could fill up a water pistol with it. That'd really fuck with some kids, wouldn't it?
It would.
Maybe I should shoot little Stevie with it. Yeah. Awesome.
Who's Stevie, Ellie?
Little Stevie.
Your awful next door neighbour.
The little fucking wanker that lives next door, who's the reason why I can't play music at a reasonable level at 7 o'clock at night.
Who called the landlords and apparently complained that your boiler was too loud.
Yeah. So they sent a fucking plumber around to come and check it all.
And he was like,
and he said,
what
"There's
can I do?
there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's a standard sound, like
and
nothing
then they
out
didn't
of
like
the
the way
ordinary."
your lawn was. So they made
They
you. They
complained about my
your
front
lawn.
garden, so the boys just did
Not
a
your
really
front garden, Ellie,
haphazard.
your lawn.
Huh?
Well, that coming
The
out of
front
your mouth
garden.
is misconstrued massively to the fans of this show.
Oh, I'd just say cunt.
If the neighbour says your front garden needs trimming,
Really?
oh, forget it. Anyway, moving on. Oh, look, here's Don
Don Juan.
the twin. I like that little camera trick because it pans away and it comes back and it's Robert Patrick. One, it saved loads of money, and two, it's nicely
Cinematography, right?
nicely cinematography. Yes.
Fat wheel. It looks so much better with a bigger front wheel.
This film was actually the reason I wanted to get a bike in the first place. Bike.
It's the reason I first wanted to get
Back.
bike.
I want to get back.
I think you need another can of Coke, dude. She sure can defend herself, can't she? With that baton.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. When she smashes him in the forearm and then the back of the leg, dude, I would have cried. Whether I was a dude or not, that would have fucking hurt. I think a fatty just like
I
shaking
wonder what
on
she
the
actually
floor.
injects him with, because the first syringe she has that she injects into the knocked out
A
guard's bum.
sedative?
But why would you have a pre-done sedative with the needle on, without a guard on it, in his? Hang on.
Because he's a lout.
Rewind it, see if it's.
I don't know.
Okay,
No,
it's on the desk.
She pulls it out and spits it out. There
Okay.
you go.
Yeah, but it's on the desk. I just thought that why would you have like syringes ready to go on the table? Seems a bit odd.
And also, why is there a janitor's like cleaning station in there as well?
Well, I worked in a hospital for a year, and all the drugs had to be signed in and out. So they had this cabinet of like amazing shit like cocaine paste and
Oh wow.
all kinds of like.
I worked at Pfizer once, and they had all those kind of drugs in this one special room.
But you have to get like signed out, and two people have to approve it. You need like a third signature. Then you'd have to like monitor where you went. It had to go from A to B.
Everything that got sent through to Pfizer had to go through this. It's like in the movies where you see that thing and you can see right through. So I don't know what they call that.
What movie? See right through to where?
It's like in Total Recall when he walks through the tunnel and it shows if they've got any weapons on or whatever.
Okay.
Like one of those. But we had to scan everything through because obviously it's Pfizer, so it's a huge pharmaceutical company. So you got all the animal protesters would send through
They have to
like
be scanned.
boxes of like broken glass and shit like that, and then the letters they'd glue blades, like cutthroat blades
So
and
if,
shit
as
like
you
that.
ripped it, you might
So
cut
as
your
you
fingers.
opened they'd send through envelopes full of shit and leaves.
When did you
and
work at
stuff.
Pfizer, and why?
I worked at Pfizer, years ago. It was a temp job. It was amazing, dude. Like when you first walked in there, it looked like something out of Lord of the Rings. Everything is white. It's open plan. There was a fucking tree growing through the middle. It was like moated, and in all the water, it was like carp.
Indoors.
Indoors.
Whoa.
It was fucking incredible. I loved working there. I started at like 9. They'd always let me go at like 3 or 4.
Age 9.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It was all dudes, and there was a really old black guy called Barney, and I was like, this is just like Silence of the Lambs.
You'd be like, how you doing, Miss Ellie?
Oh no, seriously, it was the full-on
and
stereotypical.
as you walked outside, you go, cracker ass cracker. Fucking honky
Dude,
bitch.
you didn't even need to pay for your lunch. They had fucking 5-star chefs
Of
in
course,
there.
it's fucking
You'd
drug
go up
money.
to them. Mate, I couldn't give a fuck. The only
Do you
thing
imagine if you were in
I
a
didn't get
high-
out of it was to steal any drugs. But they were all in this like special room, and you had
But
to have
that
like
brings me
5
to the question I was
different
about to
keys.
ask, is like, is it possible that if you were like the manager of that department, you could sneak a little here or
Yeah,
there if you were going out
blatantly.
partying?
They blatantly all do it.
Yeah. Okay.
But no, that was an awesome job. I really enjoyed that.
Imagine like pharmaceutical grade cocaine.
My ex at the time was so jealous because he wanted to go into pharmaceuticals. And I was like, yeah, I'm not
And you
gonna
just
fly
looked
some.
into it like Vice magazine.
Yeah.
You motherfucker.
I know.
You should
It's
go
all-
bowling with herself.
Strike!
Arnie delivers the line in this, I swear I'll not kill anyone, which is actually in the trailer, but that's a completely different shot, isn't it?
It'd have been even funnier if he'd done like a Hitler salute, considering his roots, or his dad's roots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should actually look into that, because apart from that, like, I was going to say Alexander.
Allegation.
Apart from Alex Jones, I think, which is that like smear piece on him,
Jones.
no Arnold for governor and stuff, or president 2016 that he did, or whatever it was. I wonder if he said he said he was some sort of policeman, but in the time period that he was around, I guess, because I've got a friend called Marcus who's Austrian at work, and his like grandfather was like a Nazi. But he's just
Dude, they
like,
all would have been.
yeah, he's just like, it was just the way the politics
Yeah.
were. So if you're a policeman,
Just like back in the 70s,
you were a
it
Nazi
was fine to fuck
policeman.
kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Different times, different measures.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
So, do you want to wrap up? Is there anything you need to say, you need to see?
Beautiful shot here.
Arnold riding his bike, going, look at me, I can really ride a bike shot.
With the young boy on the back. The dude waiting that catches the keys, his stance is pretty, he's just like, oh yeah. Bit Rick James like almost, in the white suit.
I work in mental health, bitch!
Catch these, bitch!
And he just slaps Silverman's head. He goes, whoosh.
Also, I find it interesting that Silverman, he's such a fucking pussy. He doesn't try to restrain her or anything, goes straight for the panic button.
He probably would, though. What would he do?
This geezer, he goes to grab her, but he doesn't go to do anything.
He doesn't go to grab her. He grabs the keys. That's what the thing was. It was like a disruption.
Put the keys down.
And a distraction. Oh,
I just think
listeners, Spaldner, anyone. Has anyone seen this thing called Club Hell? Which is an editing together of all the nightclub scenes in
you
movies,
put it on the
except for a
Terminator
couple.
page, didn't you?
I think I did.
I think you did.
I'm going to put it back because it's so good. It's 9 minutes and it pays.
It is incredible. The music, for me, is what makes it.
I sent you a screen grab of all the remixes that it's from.
I know.
Did you look into them?
I did. I favorited them on my YouTube.
Excellent.
You know, it's very well done. And what's my favourite bit, Ethan?
When the remix of something kicks in and John Travolta starts dancing.
No.
To looking gaily at Hayden Christensen playing Anakin Skywalker. Oh.
Robert Patrick finger wag.
He's not in the clip.
It's the bit when Arnold Schwarzenegger with the beautiful curtains is going through
Terminator bit.
Yeah.
The Brad
you get the
Fidel
original.
score comes
Yes, it's so it mixes together so well.
So well.
I love it. It's great. Anyway,
he'll live. Right.
Live.
We talked about some stuff. We talked about Terminator. It's the Friday edition of 2 Minute Terminator.
Ethan's
we
not
made
even
it through
touched the bag of sweets.
at gunpoint.
At
I would like
gunpoint.
to have it pointed out that the driving force at the show at the moment, forcing people to do shows, is me. This wouldn't happen without me, Ellie. You know.
Oh no, it wouldn't.
You were the beating heart of this for a long time, and now I'm like, all right, we're in it for the long haul. We're committed. You know, it's like, I went out. I couldn't be asked. I'm just kidding.
Guaranteed, not guaranteed.
Anyway, we'll be back with more episodes, probably on Monday.
Probably.
Because Ellie's going to this party, so he can write a weekend edition off. And I'm working for 18 hours non-stop.
We could wake up in the morning and do a morning show.
Yeah, but people don't know this. People don't know. The listeners don't know this. When you do a show, it's another like 3 hours post on it because you have to kind of putting it together is easy. It takes 5 minutes, but uploading it to YouTube takes fucking hours.
Forever. It does take a while.
Weirdly, I don't know why. So yeah. But thank you all for listening, everyone. We shall return with episode 30
by Arthur and Merlin.
By Arthur and Merlin on DVD. It's on iTunes too. It's
and it's on Putlocker.
Don't buy it from Putlocker, please, everyone. Buy a copy because it means I will be in the sequel in a much larger part.
And you could be like, oh my god, I remember listening to this douchebag.
Even if
podcast.
I'm not, you know what? Just to make the film a big thing, because when I try and get a new agent in the next couple of weeks, it'll be like, oh, that film is a thing. Yeah. You
should print up a T-shirt and put yourself on it and walk in there and be like, well, hello, motherfucker. Have you seen my movie?
Do you want to sign off, Ellie?
Hasta la vista.
Hasta la vista, baby. Shut up.
Watch out for machines. They're unstoppable. Watch out for machines. They will go.